Oh, hey guys, this is our 1/8 application mixed method. This is your notes. You do have a warm-up today, okay? So let's take a look at the warm-up. This is in your notes. You should have your notes with you. It says, I'm going to give you guys a moment to read over it and you try it first. What is the difference between an arithmetic and a geometric sequences or series? Okay, so let's take a look at the first word and how are their functions differently. In arithmetic, it is a linear function, okay? Linear means you're either going to add or subtract. And you have a letter D. In arithmetic, you always increase by the same number, plus 9, plus 12, all those. For example, you will have 4, 6, 8, and so forth. You see how your D is a plus 2. You're going up by 2, okay? In a geometric, it is an exponential. And here you will either multiply or divide. And we have that as a common ratio using the letter R. For example, if you start off with 2, your next number will be 4, 8, 16, 32, and so forth. Notice your difference, and the common ratio here is 2. You're multiplying by 2 every single time. All right. So that's the difference between arithmetic and geometric sequences. Sequences is just the order. Now, sequence is basically a list or order of like a roster, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? A series is a sum or a total of everything. So if you look right here, this right here is a sequence. This right here is also a sequence. But if you go and add every one of these together, your arithmetic, okay, it would be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. And you have an ending and so forth. See how you're adding all those together? This one is a series of arithmetic. For your geometric, it would be 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32. And that one is geometric because you're multiplying by 2 and you're adding them all together. You're adding them up by 2 and you're adding them all together. Has a beginning and an end. All right? So there you have the differences. Make sure you know the difference between arithmetic, geometric, the word sequence, and the word series. All 4 different terms is going to be part of your unit tests. You have to understand these words individually. All right. Let's go to our goals for today. Today, you will be able to solve real-world application problems with geometric and arithmetic sequences and series. So these are word problems. Please pay attention to the things I point out to you and what to look for. All right? Here's your formula review. Okay? First, determine if the problem is arithmetic or geometric. That's the first thing you need to do. Okay? Step number 1. Second, you need to determine if you're trying to find an nth term, like a specific term, or you're looking for the sum, and then you solve the problem. If you're looking for the nth term, it could be like 8th term, okay? A specific term, 52nd term. A sum would be the word total, or all, or something along that line. Then you would use the series. This one here, you use the sequence. Here, you use the series, okay? So step number 1, determine if it's arithmetic or geometric. And step number 2, determine if you're looking for something specific or a series. Keep in mind you can use this, or you can use your sigma as well, where you have the first term plus dn minus 1, okay? Or you could use this also, or you could use the sigma if you know the term, and the explicit formula is a1 times rn minus 1. Either one for your sum, okay? All right, so let's take a look at example 1. A health club rolls its towels and stacks them in layers on a shelf. Each layer of the towel has one less towel than the layer below it. If there are 20 towels on the bottom layer and one towel on the top layer, how many towels are stacked on the shelves? Now, it says, how many towels are stacked on the shelves? So you're looking for a sum. So if you're looking for a sum, you're going to do a series. But before we determine that, determine if it's arithmetic or geometric. Okay. So let's go kind of backward, right? Each layer of the towel has one less towel than the layer below it. So if I start off with 20, next one will be 19, next one will be 18, one less towels, 16, all the way to 1, because you're not going to have a negative towel. Knowing that, look at your pattern. I am going down by 1. Since I'm going down by 1, that is going to be arithmetic. Okay? And if it's arithmetic, I'm going to use one of these two. All right. So I'm either going to use a sub n equals the first term plus your d n minus 1, or you're going to use your s sub n or your sigma, depending which one. Okay? So either the one with a plus or the sigma. It does not matter which one you pick. All right. Now let's go to the question. How many towels are stacked on the shelf? So you want to look for the total. So I'm going to use arithmetic, and I'm going to use a series because I'm looking for the word total. How many towels are stacked on the shelf? That's your question right there. All right. So I'm going to use S sub n, okay, because I'm looking for a series. And here's the formula I'm going to use. It is arithmetic, so n divided by 2, first term plus your last term. So what do you have? You have 20 altogether, divided by 2. Your first term is 20, and your last term is 1. All right? Get your calculator. So here's one way to do it. Type it just like you see it. So 20, let me get out of that. 20 divided by 2, okay, times 10 times 20 plus 1. So how many towels do I have all together? Your answer is 210. Make sure you label towels. And there you have it, okay? What if I had done the sigma? Well, if you did the sigma, it would look like this. Remember, you can do this one or this one. And I'm looking for a series. And my arithmetic sequence is x to the 1. I have 20 altogether. My first one is 20 minus 1, okay, n minus 1. And I can type that into my calculator just like I see it. Now remember, you can do either method, not both. All right, alpha window number 2, x1. There are 20 layers. Now type everything you see in here inside that parentheses. And if you need to add the extra parentheses to show what the calculator gave you, that's fine. 20 minus 1, not negative, x minus 1 in parentheses. Okay? And this also comes out to be 210 towels. So it doesn't matter which one you do, you're going to get the same answer. Know that I'm going down by 1, so that's arithmetic. My question says I'm looking for a total. That's going to be a series. Got to know which one to use. Okay? Okay, second example. It says, how much did the river rise in 5 days? Okay, so 5 days total, so that's going to tell you it's going to be a series. But before we start, let's go. Heavy rain in Brianna's town caused the river to rise. The river rose 3 inches the first day. So you started off with 0, and I went up 3. And each day twice as much as the previous day. So 6, I don't need that. Twice as much. So times 2, times 2, dot, dot, dot. Okay? Now if you notice, it's going up. It says twice as much. That means times 2. So your R right here is 2. And since your R is 2, this tells you it's going to be a geometric. Important. Now, question, how much did the river rise in 5 days? So it didn't say how much did the river rise on the 5th day. It says how much did the river rise in 5 days. That's going to be a total, and if it's a total, you are going to use your series. Okay? All right. You got two formulas you can use for your geometric series. S sub n, first term, 1 minus r raised to the n divided by 1 minus r. Or you can use your sigma, your choice. I will show you both, and that way you know your n is 5, first term times r, n minus 1, okay? Either one you want to use. All right, let's do this very first one. My first term is 3, 1 minus 2, 5 days, divided by 1 minus 2. So let's see what we get for that one. Let me clear my calculator. 3 parentheses, 1 minus, and if you want to do extra parentheses around it, that's fine. Just remember when it's negative, it matters. Here it's a positive number, it did not matter. Make sure you use a minus. So it rose 93 inches. Don't forget your units. Okay? So there's one method. Let's do the other method and see if we get the same answer. All right, I'm going to use the sigma, so that's method 1. Now I'm going to use this second method, method 2. X equals 1, n is 5 because it says how much it rises in 5 days. Geometric explicit formula is 3 times your r, which is 2, x minus 1. All right, let's see what we get when we type that in. Okay, alpha window, number 2, x1, right click 5. Remember, type everything you see. 3 parentheses, 2 parentheses, raised to the x minus 1. Everything should stay inside the parentheses they gave you. And that also gives you 93 inches. It does not matter which way you do it. Show me one method. You don't have to do both, but I'm showing you both to let you know it works. Okay? All right. Next example. Okay? Determine if it's arithmetic or geometric first. More than 380,000 people run in a marathon each year. Matt is training to run a marathon. He runs 20 miles his first week of training. Each week, he increases the number of miles by 4. So it becomes 24, 28, 32, and so forth. How many miles did he run in 8 weeks of training? How many miles did he run in 8 weeks of training? So how many miles did he run? It didn't say in the 8th week. It says in 8 weeks of training. So looking at this, I'm increasing by 4, so it is arithmetic. And how many miles did he run in 8 weeks of training? That is also a series. Okay? We're going to do arithmetic series. All right, here are your two formulas for your arithmetic. S sub n equals n divided by 2, first plus your last. Or you could do your sigma. Okay? It says n is 8. First term is 20, increasing by 4, n minus 1, or x minus 1. All right, so let's see. I know my n is 8. First term is 20. Do you know your last term? Looking at this, I only have first, second, third, and fourth. I don't have a last term, so I'm not going to use this one. I'm going to use this formula instead, because this one requires me to do extra work, and I don't want to. All right, so sigma, starting first week, he's going to go 8 weeks, starting at 20, increasing by 4, x minus 1. So in the 8th week, in 8 weeks, he has run how much? Okay, type it in. Here we go. Alpha window number 2, x1, 8 weeks total, 20 plus 4, parentheses, x minus 1, in parentheses. So he has run 272 miles in 8 weeks total. All right. Okay. I have yet to do a explicit, haven't I? All right. If it has just the 8 weeks, then you would have done explicit. Okay. Next example. Let's see if it's arithmetic or geometric first. Danielle borrowed some money from her parents. She agreed to pay $50 at the end of the first month and $25 more for each additional month for 12 months. So she's going to pay 50 plus 75. Next one is 75 plus 25 is 100 plus 25 is 125. Now I can tell we're increasing by $25. Dot, dot, dot. She's only going to do it for 12 months. So your N is 12. Okay? How much did she pay in total after 12 months? So we want to know her total. Now we know that is arithmetic, and this is also a series. So number one, I can use S sub n, first term plus your last term, or I can do my sigma, okay? My n first term times r, n minus 1. Oops, that is not the right formula. My apologies. That is geometric, and we're doing arithmetic. So first plus your d, n minus 1. All right. So let's see. Here we go. Now, I know my first. I could do 12 of these and just add them all together. So I'm not going to use this formula. I'm actually going to use my sigma formula. Okay? X equals 1. N is 12. First term is 50. Going by 25. X minus 1. There should not be a number where the x or the n is if you're doing sigma, okay? So be very careful of that. All right, let's see. Type it in. Everything stays within the parentheses. So if you need to add extra parentheses, please do. But if you don't, you're fine. Alpha window number 2, x1, 12 months, starts with $50. That is not 50. Going up by 25, x minus 1. See how it looks just like it? All right. So, in 12 months, she would have paid $2,250 in 12 months total. Alrighty. There's that one. Okay? Arithmetic, and it's a series. So sometimes it's good to use this, sometimes you use this. You could have done all this all the way to 12 and add them, but I'm not going to do that. That's too much work. All right, next one right here. A virus goes through a computer infecting files. If one file was infected initially and the total numbers infected doubles every minute, so I start with 1, I double. See a pattern? Okay, so every minute R is 2 because it says double. So I know right here is geometric. How many total files will be infected in 20 minutes? So N is 20. And since I want to know the total, that's going to be my series. Okay? All right. You could use this formula. Or I could use the sigma. And it's geometric, so I use the geometric formula. So let's see which one we want to use. All right. This one would be easy, and this one would be easy as well. It's up to you, okay? Let me do the first one, just so you can see, pick either one. First term is 1, 1 minus 2, and N is 20, divided by 1 minus 2. Let's see what we get with that one. Calculator, clear. 1 parentheses 1 minus parentheses 2 parentheses raised to the 20. Right click down, divided by 1 minus 2. It will infect 1048575. 1,048,575 computers, files. Okay? Now let me see if I do it the other way. Pick one, you don't have to do both. 20. First term is 1 times 2, x minus 1. Okay, let's type that one in and see what answers we get. Should be the same. Alpha window 2, x1, right click, 20 minutes. Yep. First term is 1, doubling 2, raised to the x minus 1. 1,48575. 1,048,575 files. Do you see how you have the same answer? Okay. So it does not matter which way you pick. You can choose this one or this one, depending on what's given to you. All right. I think we need to do some sequences here. These are all series. Okay. Do me a favor. I am going to change one of them to a sequence, just to show you, okay? Let's look at this problem right here that you guys have, and I'm going to add it. All right. Now, go back to this one right here. I'm going to change something. What if I were to ask you, how many miles did he run in the 8th week? I just want to know the 8th week, not total, okay? So first of all, he starts off at 20, and he goes up by 4 every time. So you know your D is 4. All right. So this tells you this is an arithmetic. If I just wanted just the 8th week, or even the 6th week, okay, I would use this formula right here. A sub n equals the first term plus your D n minus 1. This is your n. I just want to know in the 8th week, how far did he run? So your n is 8, your first term is 20, plus your 4, 8 minus 1. So on week 8, how many miles did he run? So you would just type that into your calculator, 20 plus 4, 8 minus 1. Okay? So he ran 48 miles in the 8th week. Did you guys see that? But here it says, how many miles did he run in 8 weeks of training? So when it says 8 weeks of training, it means all of it. So that'll be your sigma, or your summation. Whereas if I just wanted the 8th week, I would use the sequence. All right? So does that kind of help you guys at all? Okay. So to go over it all, let's refresh your memory. If you have a D, okay, you are going to use arithmetic. Now, in arithmetic, if you're looking for something specific, you are going to use this formula. A sub n equals your first term plus your D n minus 1. You guys got that? Okay? This is if you are adding or subtracting. You have to determine which one it is first. So, number 1. Now, if you're looking for a total or the word sum, you have two methods. You can use your S sub n, which is n over 2, first term plus your last term, or you could use your sigma, where your n goes here, and then your explicit formula goes here, okay? So what changes right here? This changes, this will change, and this will change. In this one, this will change, and this will change. This one, this changes, this will change, this will change, but you keep all the others the same, all right? Number 2, part B. If you have an R, you have what's called a ratio. So either you are multiplying by the number or you are dividing. You are going to use geometric, okay? And if you use geometric, if you're looking for something specific, you're going to use your formula. A1 times R n minus 1. If you're looking for a total or a sum of something or all of something, you could use your S sub n. First term, 1 minus parentheses R raised to the n divided by 1 minus R. Or, okay, I should write or here. You could use your sigma, first term, your n, and then your explicit formula. Okay. Now, in your geometric, up here, this one would change. Okay, and you would just type that in. Oh, let's use a different color so it shows up. In here, you will be able to plug in all these numbers. Be careful if your R is a negative. Make sure you put it inside the parentheses. Here, this is what you would change. Leave that in there, okay? All right, so there you have your formulas, okay? And when I say something specific, I'm talking about Maybe if you're looking for the 52nd term, you're looking for the 8th weeks, you're looking for trying to find D, okay? It tells you the beginning, the end, and it's like how long did that take, for example. Here it's like a total, the sum, all, any of those you will always use your summation. So your specific will be your explicit, and here will be your, this is your sequence, and here will be your series, okay? So right here is your explicit. You're looking for something specific, that would be like your sequence, and right here will be your series. All right. Knowing that, this will probably be the best paper right here, knowing what to use, okay? You guys, all you gotta do is read. Step 1, determine if it's arithmetic or geometric. Step 2, determine if you're gonna use explicit or your series. Read the question, it will help you out a lot. Now, if you notice, I would start writing them down, and then I see a pattern, and I see a D, because I'm increasing by 4, I'm gonna use arithmetic, okay? There's another one, it tells you twice. I start with 3 and I keep doubling, so that's an R, so that's a geometric. If you will do those things before you start, it will help you. I started 50, additional month, I'm adding 25, tells me that's a D, so I'm going to use arithmetic. Figure out those things, and then everything else will be very easy, okay? Good luck, you guys will be great. I will come back and work with you the next day if you have any questions, but I do expect you to have all the notes done. Have a great day. Be good to yourself. Bye.